Ever wondered what secrets the Vatican, the world's smallest country, might be hiding within its walls? This city-state, steeped in history and religion, has been the epicenter of the Roman Catholic faith for centuries. But beyond its grandeur and spiritual prominence lies a labyrinth of secrecy that captivates the imagination. One such secret is the Vatican's clandestine archive, a vast repository of documents, books, and artifacts that date back over 1,000 years. Nestled deep within the heart of Vatican City, this enormous collection is said to span over 53 miles of shelving. This immense trove is not merely a testament to the longevity of the Catholic Church, but a potential vault of undisclosed historical events and hidden truths. While the Vatican claims that the archives are open to qualified scholars, the reality is that access is highly selective and tightly controlled. Only a handful of individuals are allowed to delve into its depths each year, and even then, they must request specific documents, rather than freely exploring the collection. This leaves a vast majority of the archive's contents largely unseen and unexplored by the public eye. So, what might be concealed within these ancient shelves? Some speculate that it could hold evidence of extraterrestrial life or documents that could rewrite the history of the Church or even the world. Others believe it houses hidden texts that could shatter long-held beliefs. The possibilities are as varied as they are intriguing, fueling a myriad of theories and debates among historians, scholars, and conspiracy theorists alike. Yet, despite the allure and intrigue of the secret archives, it is important to remember that they are but one piece of the Vatican's enigmatic puzzle. The city-state is a complex tapestry woven from centuries of faith, power, and intrigue, and its secrets extend far beyond the vaulted halls of the archive. The Vatican's archives, a treasure trove of secrets, only scratches the surface of the mysteries within this small city-state. As we delve deeper into the shadows, we find that each secret unraveled only leads to more questions, more mysteries, and more secrets waiting to be discovered. The Vatican's history is not just marked by secrets, but also by mysterious deaths. One such death, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, is that of Pope John Paul I. Barely a month into his papacy, his sudden demise sent shockwaves around the world and set tongues wagging about the possible reasons behind it. Albino Luciani, known to the world as Pope John Paul I, held the papal office for just 33 days before his life was abruptly cut short. His death was officially attributed to a heart attack, but the absence of an autopsy and the hasty embalming of his body raised eyebrows. Theories about foul play quickly gained traction, and the Vatican was once again under scrutiny. One of the most compelling theories links his death to an alleged scandal involving the Vatican Bank, also known as the Institute for the Works of Religion. The bank was reportedly entangled in a web of fraudulent transactions and money laundering, a scandal that Pope John Paul I was determined to clean up. Some speculate that his reformist zeal may have threatened powerful interests within the Vatican, leading to his untimely death. This theory was further fueled by the testimony of an anonymous Vatican insider, codenamed Jessica, who claimed that the Pope had been poisoned. Her allegations, though unproven, added a layer of intrigue to an already murky narrative. The Vatican, for its part, has consistently dismissed these claims as unfounded. Yet the circumstances surrounding Pope John Paul I's death remain a source of speculation and debate. The lack of transparency, the hurried funeral rites, and the whispers of a cover-up continue to cast a shadow over his brief papacy. The sudden death of Pope John Paul I remains one of the Vatican's most intriguing mysteries. As we delve deeper into the dark corridors of the Vatican's past, we're left wondering, what other secrets does this ancient institution hold? Is it a beacon of faith or a fortress of secrets? Only time will tell. Behind the holy facade, the Vatican has seen its share of earthly scandals. This scene delves into the undercurrents of financial impropriety that have stirred the tranquil waters of the Vatican, with a particular focus on the notorious Vatican Bank scandals. The Vatican Bank, officially known as the Institute for the Works of Religion, was founded in 1942. It was designed to manage the Vatican's finances, the assets of religious institutions, and the funds of clergy and lay people. However, over the years, it has been embroiled in a series of financial mishaps and scandals. The first whiff of scandal came in the early 1980s, when the Vatican Bank was implicated in a fraudulent scheme with the Banco Ambrosiano, which at that time was one of Italy's largest private banks. The Vatican Bank had substantial shares in Banco Ambrosiano, and when the latter collapsed under a mountain of debt, the Vatican Bank was drawn into the fray. The scandal peaked with the mysterious death of Roberto Calvi, Banco Ambrosiano's chairman, found hanging beneath London's Blackfriars Bridge. But the scandals didn't end there. The Vatican Bank was again in the spotlight in 2009 when it was investigated for money laundering. This investigation led to a peculiar discovery: a web of secret accounts allegedly used by organized crime syndicates, leading to speculations about possible mafia connections. The Vatican Bank's murky dealings have led to calls for transparency and reform. In 2013, Pope Francis established a commission to scrutinize the bank's operations and implement necessary changes. However, despite these efforts, the bank's reputation remains tainted by its past. The Vatican Bank scandals serve as a stark reminder that even the most sacred institutions can fall prey to the temptations of financial impropriety. They expose a side of the Vatican that is far removed from the spiritual and religious ideals it is supposed to embody. Despite its sacred image, the Vatican has not been immune to the allure and pitfalls of worldly wealth. Perhaps the darkest secret within the Vatican's walls pertains to the horrifying sex abuse scandals. This is a chapter in the Church's history that has been veiled in secrecy and denial. But the truth has a way of surfacing, and the magnitude of these scandals has shaken the foundation of the Catholic Church to its core. At the heart of these scandals are harrowing stories of abuse, perpetrated by those entrusted with the spiritual guidance of their flock. These are not isolated incidents, but rather a systemic problem, stretching across the globe, affecting countless victims. From the United States to Ireland, from Australia to Chile, the Church's protective cloak of silence has been torn away, revealing a disturbing pattern of sexual exploitation and abuse. What makes these scandals even more shocking is the Church's response. For decades, the Vatican has been accused of covering up these crimes, relocating offending priests to other parishes, where they often continued their predatory behavior. The Church's primary concern seemed to be about protecting its image and authority, rather than safeguarding the vulnerable and seeking justice for the victims. Over the years, the Vatican has been forced to address these allegations. The Church's initial response was marked by denial and deflection, but the mounting pressure and public outcry eventually led to a more proactive stance. In recent years, the Vatican has implemented policies aimed at preventing abuse, holding the guilty accountable, and providing support to victims. However, the damage has been done. The trust once placed in the Church has been deeply wounded. The scars of this scandal will take much time and sincere effort to heal. The sex abuse scandal is not just a dark chapter in the Vatican's history. It is a stark reminder of the potential for abuse of power and the importance of transparency and accountability, even within the most sacred of institutions. The sex abuse scandals have left an indelible dark mark on the Vatican's history. In 2013, the Vatican saw an event that hadn't occurred in over 600 years, the resignation of a pope. This was no ordinary pope, but Pope Benedict XVI, a figure of immense influence and power within the Catholic Church. His sudden resignation not only shocked the world, but also cast a large shadow of speculation and intrigue. Pope Benedict XVI, born Joseph Ratzinger, was known for his conservative views and his steadfast commitment to traditional Catholic doctrine. His abrupt decision to step down left many people questioning the true reasons behind his resignation. Officially, the Pope cited his old age and deteriorating health as the reasons for his departure, but this explanation was met with skepticism by many. Some theorists suggest that his resignation was precipitated by a series of scandals that had plagued the Vatican during his tenure. Among these were the infamous VatiLeaks scandal, where confidential Vatican documents were leaked to the press, revealing alleged corruption and power struggles within the Holy See. Others believe that the Pope was overwhelmed by the task of handling the sex abuse scandals that had rocked the Church. The impact of Pope Benedict's resignation on the Vatican was profound. It broke a centuries-old tradition of popes serving until death and opened a Pandora's box of questions about the nature of the papacy. It also paved the way for the election of Pope Francis, a figure seen by many as a progressive force within the Church. The sudden nature of Pope Benedict's resignation and the theories swirling around it add another layer of mystery to the Vatican's rich tapestry of secrets. From the hidden vaults beneath the Vatican City to the unexpected resignation of a pope, the Vatican continues to be a source of fascination and intrigue. The Vatican's secrets extend from the depths of its archives to the highest echelons of its leadership. And the story of Pope Benedict XVI's resignation is just another chapter in this ongoing tale of mystery and intrigue.